Welcome back to this part. Now, as we have already learned, the number before the decimals are called wholes, as 7 is ones and 1 is tens. After the decimal, the first digit is called tens, then hundreds and thousands. So, if we move from right to left of the decimal, the value becomes 10 times bigger. And from left to right, it will become 10 times smaller. As I hope you have learned how to multiply two decimals, so now we are going to learn how to divide two decimals. Before that, let us take some examples. We know that so many yummy things are made from milk, like butter, milk, or ice cream, and so on. Suppose here we have 2.5 liters, 1 liter and 500 milliliters of milk. And we need to divide it into 5 equal parts for making different things. So now the question will be how much milk is used for each item. How we will get this? Yes, we will divide 2.5 by 5. Now, as we have discussed in multiplication, just ignore the decimal point over here. Think as if there are only whole numbers. So, if you will think that, how we will write it then? Yes, we will write as 25 over 5. And if we divide 25 by 5, we will get 5 as our quotient. But what about the decimal point? So, in the second step, what we will do? As we have discussed, we will count the number of digits after the decimal point. If you will see here we have tenths, and in the answer we will go from right to left. So, tenths and then decimal point. Clear? Just remember the one thing, that same number of decimal places should be there. Okay, after decimal if we have tenths and hundreds, so in the after decimal 2 digits should be there as tenths and hundreds. So we have done just a simple steps. What we have done? Just ignoring the decimal, we have divided 25 by 5, and after that when we got the answer as 5, we just counted the decimal part, that after decimal how many parts are there. If we have one part as tenths, so in the result we will go from right to left to put on the decimal point. Understood? Same number of decimal places should be there, the only thing to pay attention. Now another example. Suppose that a boy have bought 7 toffees at 4.50 rupees, 4 rupees and 50 paise. Then what will be the cost of each candy? I know that these coins are so old. Ignoring that, if we will do the equation, yes, we will divide 4 rupees 50 paise by 6. Doing the same thing, ignoring decimal, we will write 450 divided by 6. So if we will divide it, what we will get? Yes, we will get 7 times 42, and then subtraction 5 minus 2, 3. We will carry over 0, and 5 times is 30. So we got the answer of 450 divided by 6 as 75. So the quotient is 75. Now think about the decimal. After decimal point we have two digits, tenths and hundreds. So to put on the decimal digits we have to go from right to left, leaving two digits. So 0.75 will be your answer. I think so you are getting my point. What to do? Just divide it simply, ignoring the decimal point. Then count the number of digits after the decimal point, and same number of digits we will put on going from right to left. One only thing you have to pay attention, that same number of decimal places should be there. Like as you can see in the answer also, after the decimal point we have tenths and hundreds. I hope so you are getting all the points, since for better understanding you have to do a lot of practice. Now let us take another example. Suppose if we need to divide decimal by decimal, then what we will do? This is the major question, right? Till now there was no decimal point at the position of divisor or in the denominator, but what if divisor is decimal too? So what we will do? While doing multiplication, we have saw that if we divide any decimal number by 10, then the decimal point comes to right of one digit. Since we have 10, you just need to check out the base 10. Now if we multiply 0.12 by 100, then what will happen? This decimal point will come after 2 digits, since we have 2 zeros, and it became whole number. So by multiplying only we got the whole number. So here in this case, if we have at denominator place 1.2, and if we can convert this 1.2 into an whole number, then the task will become easy for us. There is one more method to divide the decimals. If you will remove the decimals from both numerator and denominator, and after reducing it we can get our result. But here we are going to make this fraction as equivalent fraction. How we can make 1.2 into a whole number? Yes, we are going to multiply it by 10. Since if we are going to multiplying the denominator by 10, so of course we have to multiply by the same number in the numerator also, as we have studied in the equivalent fraction. So we are doing the same. Now write the denominator part as 1.2 into 10. If you will multiply 3.72, one decimal point will shift after 7, since it is multiplied by 10, and in the denominator we will get our whole number part, as there are only tenths part. So in this way we have made our task easy. So now you easily know how to divide it by ignoring the decimal point. So dividing 372 by 12, we will get 3 times 36 and then 1 times 12. Yes, so 31 will be our quotient. So we'll write 31. But if you will see, we have after decimal one digit as tenths. So for putting the decimal, we will go from right to left. Clear? After the division, you have to check in the last that there are same number of decimal places or not. Okay, you have to check that after decimal how many digits are there. If it will be same, then only your answer is correct. Here we have tenths in 37.2 also, and in 3.1 after decimal we have tenths. So this is correct. Now if we are getting any decimal point in divisor, we can easily convert it by multiplying by 10,000 and so on with base 10. So here if you will see 0.005, if we need to convert it to whole number, we have to multiply it by 1000, since after decimal point we have 3 digits here: tenths, hundredths and thousandths. So making the equivalent fraction, we have to multiply 1000 in the numerator part also. But here we have only 2 digits after decimal point. So what we can do to make it 3 digit? We can easily put 0. No worries, you can put it. So now we have 3 digits. So we can easily shift the decimal point after 3 digit. Clear? Now we can divide 1250 by 5. Isn't it easy? So by dividing 1250 by 5, we will get 2 times 10. That will give you 25. Now 5 times 25. Adding 0. So we will get 250 as our result. As we have no decimal point here, so 250 is our answer. Very important thing in this is that to make divisor a whole number. Okay, so here if we will see another example, in the denominator part we have 3 digits after the decimal. So what we will do? We will multiply with a number having 3 zeros. That is, we will multiply it by 1000. Now if we are multiplying 1000 in the denominator, So we will do the same thing in the numerator also. We will multiply 13.31 with 1000. So we will shift the decimal point, since we have after decimal only 2 digits, so we can put on the zeros, and after shifting the decimal point adding 0 we will get 13310, right? And in the denominator part we can easily shift the zeros. So after 3 digit, since we have 30, answer will be 011 or just 11. Now I think so it is easy for you. You can easily divide 13,310 by 11. If you will see, we have easily moved the decimal point, but it is very important to understand that we will multiply numerator and denominator by the same number to make it as whole number. So just you need to count the number of digits after decimal. So now it is not necessary that your numerator should also be a whole number. Just in the step 2 we can treat it as a whole number, and then we can easily divide by the denominator part. If you will divide it, so 1 times will be 11, then 23, 2 times 11 will give 22, then 11, 1 times 11, and then we will add 0. Since I know this is very easy steps for you, as you already know how to divide two numbers. Now just remember the 3 steps. Step 1, make divisor whole number if it is not whole number, otherwise treat it as a whole number. So suppose we have example here, we will make the divisor as whole number by counting the number of digits after 10. Since if it is tenths only, so we'll multiply the same number in the numerator and denominator both. So multiplying 10 in the numerator and denominator, we will get 37.2 over 12 as a result. Now since we have to count the number of zeros, as there is 1 0 in 10, so we have shifted decimal point to the right after 1 digit. So now we have converted the denominator into the whole number. Now step 2, what was the step 2 what we have done? Step 2 is to assume that there is no decimal point if you are getting the decimal in the numerator part, and by dividing you will get your result as 31. Now step 3, put decimal point in the quotient by counting the number of digits after the decimal point. There is 1 digit after decimal point. Here 2 is a tenth. Now we will put the decimal point from right to left counting the digits. Now suppose if there were no decimal point in the numerator, so decimal point would not be there even in the answer also. The thing you have to take care in the last is that same number of decimal places should be there. There are so many ways to divide the decimals, and the division of decimals are so easy. Just you need to keep the steps in mind and do lots of practice. So till then, thank you and take care. This was all about the decimal. Next exercise we will do in next video.